This is Makolas Pokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. This is part 2, of course, of this great topic of embracing the qualities of a great leader as a young man. And this is part 2 today that I want to deal with. The first thing that I want us to look at today as a quality of a great leader is communication. Great leaders communicate. Great leaders communicate effectively. Great leaders make sure that they prioritize communication. Now, I want you to understand that when you lead people. And therefore, your leadership should be seen by you communicating your strategies to the people. Remember that leaders have got visions. You are a visionary as a young man. And you are a leader because you've got a vision. And therefore, because you've got a vision, you'll also articulate a strategy. You'll formulate plans and strategy and apply it and make sure that you push that in order to be able to achieve that which you want to achieve. Now, when we speak about a leader with a visionary, that vision must be known by the people. But the only way they are going to know the vision is through communication. And that is why also a vision must be written down so that those that can read it must run it. And that's the reason why communication can be done in verbal communication. Communication can be done telephonically. Communication can be done by writing. Communication can be done by different means of communication. And this is very, very important. And I want us to understand as well that what is important in communication becomes the person who's sending the communication. It becomes also the receiver of the communication. And it becomes also the message becomes very important. And also the method of sending the communication becomes very important. So in other words, as a young man who becomes a great leader, you must do a checklist of all these 3 aspects. That you as a person who's communicating, how do you communicate? How do you lay out communication? How do you really articulate your communication? That's becoming very, very important. It becomes very important as well to do a checklist and look at the method of communication. Is it appropriate? Is it a method that is actually reaching out to everybody? Because you cannot communicate in emails while majority of your people are not accessing or don't have email addresses. You cannot write a letter while a post office system is not functional. So in other words, you're going to be able to identify even the method of your communication based on convenience, based on the people that you're communicating to. So therefore, it is very important as well to check on your checklist the people that you're sending the message to, the people that you're communicating to, because that's going to determine as well the language that you use is going to determine as well on where do you pitch that communication. Do you pitch it slightly higher? Do you pitch it lower? Where the people of intellect, based on the intellect of the people, based on the knowledge of the people as well, is going to actually speak to how do you then pitch the communication. So this is very important because it's very important also to be clear in your communication. That when you've got a vision, communicate your vision clearly to the people. Let them understand it. Put it in a very, very basic way that each and everyone may know. And make it in a way that people may know as well every step of the way and be able to do it and apply it as well. So your communication becomes very key as a leader because that is actually determining whether the people will be able to do things or not. Now, being able to clearly and succinctly describe what you want done from the people becomes extremely important. Working towards the same goal is actually helping because if people don't understand the communication, people will not work to the same goal like you. People will not be directed to the same direction like you. So therefore, you will miss others. While you're continuing, you'll find yourself leaving others behind. And the reason is because they may not have heard what you're saying. They may have not understood the communication. They may have actually missed the communication and not even found it, as I've given an example of communicating through an email to people that don't have email addresses. And that's very key. Now, as a great leader, these are qualities that you must have. And as a young man, I want you to embrace the quality of good communication. Now, communication as well comes from your attitude, in the sense that you cannot communicate angrily to people and expect them to quote well that which you are saying. You cannot speak to people in a demeaning manner and communicate them in a demeaning manner and expect them to participate in that which you want them to do. So in other words, the attitude behind it as well, it becomes very important when you communicate. So therefore, be cognizant of that when you communicate to people, you communicate to them still with a lot of respect and honor, so that people can be able to do that which you are requesting them to do. The next quality that I want to deal with, that I want you as a young man to embrace, which is a quality of great leaders, is confidence. Now, without confidence, it's difficult to become somebody who's effective. Because also remember, as we spoke about communication just now, when you're communicating without confidence, people don't quote the message properly. People don't think that you are sure of what you're saying. People don't want to do that which you're saying because you sound doubtful, because you doubt yourself because of lack of confidence. Now, therefore, confidence becomes convincing to people that you are sure of what you are saying and you are sure of what you are doing. Remember that when you've got confidence, you're actually having an aura of influence. You are actually able to become influential to other people with confidence. And I'm sure you've seen that there are people with lots of confidence that even when they're mistaken, people believe them, because people believe in confidence most of the time. So this is very important. So keep up your confidence level at all times and make sure that you assure everyone with your confidence. How you express yourself, how you appear in public, how you speak to people. And remember that confidence is boosted generally by knowledge. And I want to mention that if as a young man you want to have confidence, so please learn a lot and make sure that you read up. And read up books, read up and gain knowledge, increase your knowledge, study to show yourself approved, and make sure that even in topics that you're not confident in, read more about that, know more about those topics, because the more you know about the topic, the more you'll be able to articulate it to the people. The more you will be able to actually, with confidence, say it to the people. And people will believe you because they would know. So therefore, it is your own responsibility as a young man to develop your own confidence. And confidence comes with self-belief. And self-belief comes with yourself knowing who you are. And please, when you know yourself, you are developing confidence in that. So therefore, you cannot actually live a life of second guessing and competing with others and looking up unto others and down at yourself. So confidence is very important as a leader, because when you start now to lead the people, people are following confident people. And I want to also mention that we all have setbacks. We all have mistakes. We all have problems and challenges in life. But let the setbacks of your life not knock your confidence. Because this is very important. Because many people are actually lacking confidence because what they've gone through, because of the setbacks of their lives. And confident people are people that are able to recover quickly from their setbacks. And I want to emphasize that as a young man, learn to recover quickly from your setbacks. Learn to recover from your mistakes. And I want to urge you that if you've made a mistake, be bold enough to say it, that I've made a mistake, and apologize. Because that will boost your confidence when you are able to take responsibility of your own mistakes. And this is very important. And there are people that don't have confidence because they have actually been told that they are useless. They have experienced actual abuse in their lives. Some of people don't have confidence because they've been told that they are nothing and they will become nothing in life. And that is why some of you as young men, you have actually lacked confidence the day your teacher in class told you that you will come up to nothing. And I want to urge you that your teacher is not God. Your teacher doesn't know your future. Your teacher doesn't know what you're called for. Your assignment and purpose of life is God who knows that. And if you believe in God and His work in your life, so your confidence will come up, because you would know that there's nobody in this world, no individual in this world, who can run you down when God has got a greater purpose for your life. Now, as an individual, as a young man, I want to urge you to believe more in God and to believe in the assignment that God called you for. The purpose of God in your life should make you confident enough, because it is going to boost your confidence in the way that you're going to know yourself better. And you would know that you've got support of God even when everybody else don't seem to be supporting you. I want to end up here today, your host, Mike Bukane, and I hope that you've learned quite a bit out of this. This was part 2. We are going to deal with part 3 tomorrow of this great topic, embrace the qualities of great leaders as a young man. And I believe that you will also subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will click that notification button and make sure that every video that is being posted, it is actually notifying you, so that you can be able to learn out of these topics. May the good Lord bless you. Allow me to say cheers for now.